Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back. Once again, we'll be introducing you to an amazing woman entrepreneur, and we will see the application of the WE Plus model, the Woman Entrepreneurship Plus model. This is a story about Yasmin Ghias, which is a grandmother now, and she's the founder of YG Engineering Company. And her product is the brand name is B. Harry's Mineral Water. So the story starts in 1982 when Yasmin got married, and her husband is a marine engineer. He spends most of his time in the seas. And during those absences, she felt very sad and she wanted to do something. And with the help of her friend Shagufta, Yasmin and Shagufta, they started their own boutique. Started making and getting clothes made and started selling. It was in 1992 when she was, participating in an event and an exhibition and presenting her products. She went to a Pizza Hut to have some lunch, and during this visit she saw that the Pizza Hut was deserted. There were very few people and it was very badly interiorly decorated. While eating, she came up with an idea to talk and to offer the owner. After having lunch, she went to the owner and said that, "Sir, I make beautiful flowers and decorative items. Why don't you come onto my stall and see some of those? And you can decorate your place, make it a lively place." So the Pizza Hut person comes down, looks at her products, and gives her an order to decorate that Pizza Hut. And that's the beginning of her another next step in her journey. So she was asked to decorate few Pizza Huts in Karachi, and then she was asked to do it in other cities. But as she was a mother, she refused to go to other cities. And in the meanwhile, as her husband was, with the consultation of her family and her husband, they invested a huge amount of money in a pharmaceutical company, which was in making some, along with her son-in-law. The company is Savior Pharma. Unfortunately, that investment of 8 million Pakistani rupees went down the drain when this company, it came out that it went for the investment was sunk, and there was a scandal in which some cheating was involved. So she was disappointed and she was against taking any loans, and she wanted to do something interesting again, but she never knew. She was afraid of the risk, she was afraid of the losses. And it was at that time when her son-in-law gave her an idea that there is a sample of product of Australian baby water. He said to her mother-in-law that, "Mom, why don't we make something like this? If we have a taste in that, we can make something this can be made with some local technology, and if we get it proper certified, we can start selling this baby water." So you know what the first thing Yasmin did? And this is what we teach: look at pre-effectuation. Look at, you should have a purpose. So she had a purpose in her mind that there are many family members in her family, they had a problem with their kidney, and at that point of time they were recommended by doctors to have clean and mineral water, which was not that easily available. So she came up with the idea and the purpose to do something to serve humanity, and the first thing they did was to look at her bird in hand, and she saw her daughter's chemistry book and started learning chemistry. Yasmin says that she hated chemistry in her career, in her life, and she never went into studying that, but this passion made her study chemistry, and eventually she fell in love with chemistry. She purchased small equipment, did various experiments in her lab, and she eventually, after some time, came a water for infants. She presented the sample to Pakistan Standards Quality Assurance Department. The product was not licensed. It would take 3-4 years because it came into a category which needed thorough investigation and research. So out of that despair, she begged in front of God, and this is a very interesting characteristics of entrepreneurs. There's a Harvard reading: entrepreneurs feel closer to God. So she felt in that moment of despair and disappointment, prayer and faith made her strong, and that made her think and reflect So with the advice of her husband, she started to produce normal mineral water. And as a sample, she gave it to her relatives. And at that point of time, Bihari was. So this name, interestingly, came out of from her community. Yasmin belonged to a community called Biharis. Bihari is a state in India from which she and her elders migrated from India to Pakistan. So she used that name, Bihari, and she started selling that water and product to her own community. And that was the word of mouth marketing. And that word of mouth marketing led her to sell 100 bottles. She arranged a master truck, and she learned how to drive and hired some drivers and some people, and she was able to supply 400 cartons per day, catering 1,000 customers per week. So she got some of these plastic bottles, producing sodium-free water, and eventually this is her location. There's a small room adjacent to her kitchen, which she got vacated, and at the basement of Yasmin's house, she installed these equipment. When her husband came, he got those small equipment replaced with a formal. As an engineer, he was able to advise her to get and purchase and make a formal system. And these are the various tanks and the water purifying system. And this is Yasmin sitting in her office at home, and 6-liter disposable bottles were arranged, delivered to Working Women Welfare Trust for earthquake victims. She got the order for that. She has an online delivery option. You can just go in at ₹6 per liter. You can enjoy the safest, the best quality drinking water. She claims, and we have tested, that her water is as good as the top-notch big brands, but at a very low cost. And that is because her purpose and dream is to serve humanity. She has an awareness campaign on Facebook. She talks about the use of clean water, and she got licensed from the Pakistan Standards and Quality Authority, and that they endorsed her quality. And yellowplace.com takes order for Biharis. It's a place where you can purchase things, and she provided sponsorships at various platforms. And so she talks about her stay at the IB Women Entrepreneurship Program, that how it helped her. She says that I'm thankful to this program, which gave her the opportunity, and you see, this program helped her to reorganize her business with a broader vision, develop a wider network, and improve the product and quality and the service of the brand. So you see, she said that her son was an MBA, and he used to ridicule that, oh mom, you can't do anything, you need to have a strategy. But she says that the effectuation theory made her look and reflect who you are, what you know, and whom you know, and her family orientation and the nation building orientation helped her take her business to new heights. She celebrated her 10th year anniversary very recent, and you can see her video of her speaking all this in Urdu, but you can see the energy and enthusiasm of this grandmother who raised this. So once again, this was a series of women entrepreneurship cases which reinforces the Women Entrepreneurship Plus model, that if you have a very good reason and purpose of life, followed by effectuation theory, to believe in who you are, what you know, and whom you know, and you leverage your family with the intention to serve humanity and beyond selfishness, that makes your journey amazing, full of joy, full of purpose, meaning, and full of energy and enthusiasm. Thank you very much, and looking forward to see you sometime again.